is out on stage one.
That would be me. Stage one. Do you have what it takes to become the next American Ninja Warrior? If so, you can apply for season 11 right now. You might be, well, you must be at least 19 years old. 19, huh, not 18. In good health, duh, and able to travel to qualifying rounds. In order to be considered, submit your application, including a video showing off your skills online. They've picked a lot of people from the Valley before. You have until January 2nd to get those in.
Can we shoot a spoof video with us just like falling into pools and being like, Ninja Warrior?
I bet they're so sick of that.
In the meantime, there's a free Ninja Warrior Expo this weekend. Good place to take your family. It's part of a bigger health and wellness push for kids. And Team 12's Trisha Hendricks is checking it all out for us this morning. A little sneak preview.
Good morning, guys. We're here, and this is an amazing, well, Ninja Warrior-like course. And actually, we're already breaking a sweat. I better start running in place. Jill Steinbach is here, and she's with Shape Up Us, an organization that's all about healthy kids and creating healthy environments, right?
Exactly. Building a healthier future for our children, families, and communities.
So what are we looking at here? This is a really awesome obstacle course. And what are the kids doing?
Well, Stanfield Elementary, they have built their own course to be warriors, Shape Up Warriors. And it's so cool because you're not only a warrior physically, you're a warrior mentally and emotionally. And that's what's so important. We work on encompassing the whole child.
So a lot of these obstacles, they take skill. I mean, it's definitely going to get your heart rate going.
Yeah, look how coordinated they all are. And then to get up this early in the morning, it's just great because they need their exercise. They eat good. They have their own garden here. They're amazing.
What does it take to be the next American Ninja Warrior?
Oh, you know, I think the kids right here are the next Shape Up Warriors, absolutely.
So some of the obstacles a little bit easier than others. I know when they were explaining you go over, under, I'm like, oh, okay.
And they do this every day, so that's what's so cool. And then they have a program called the Hip Hop Healthy Program for Children, which is encompassing the whole child, mind, body, emotion. And that makes them whole. That makes them a complete child to build the future of our tomorrows.
Perfect. And tomorrow there's an event happening in North Phoenix. Tell me about that.
Okay, Cashman's Park, 222252 North 44th Place. And it's all about coming out with 6 inflatables, all kinds of different vendors, food trucks, stage, entertainment, for free.
It sounds like a lot of fun. All right, we're going to send it back to you guys, but Jill is going to put my headband on, so I'm officially in the running for American Ninja Warrior.
You look a lot
back
tougher now.
Yeah. Well, people don't know that Trisha's typically wearing that headband.
Exactly.
Just takes it off at work.
Yeah, that's how she gets stuff done.
I know. Now
when she puts the headband on, get out of the way. All right, I can't wait to check out those kids in action a little earlier, a little later, Trisha.